Hey there folks, watch this video and let's quickly talk F1 silly season, Colton, Herta, Pierre Gasly, AlphaTauri, Alpine, all of that jazz. Because ahead of the Italian Grand Prix we are expecting that potentially the Faenza-based AlphaTauri could be about to hire Colton Herta to drive for them for 2023. Now there are a few catches to this, so let's break down the situation. Essentially, for those of you who might not be aware, Sebastian Vettel announced just ahead of the Hungarian Grand Prix that he was going to be retiring from F1 at the end of the season. Then, at the start of the summer break, Aston announced that Fernando Alonso would be joining from Alpine. Alpine then tried to sign Oscar Piastri, who was their reserve driver, to the team for 2023. McLaren had already signed a contract, so Piastri said that he wasn't going to be joining Alpine. That then went to a contract recognitions board, which found in favour of McLaren. At the same time, Daniel Ricciardo then went and announced that he would be leaving McLaren at the end of the year to make way for Piastri. And now Alpine are looking for somebody. Rumour is Gasly's up at the top of the list. Gasly, who had signed a new contract for next season with AlphaTauri, proving yet again contracts mean nothing in F1, especially nowadays. It would make a French dream team with Esteban Ocon, who apparently has patched things up with Pierre Gasly after the two of them had quite a high-profile falling out a few years ago. And what that would mean was AlphaTauri would bring in Colton Herta from IndyCar. Now, there are a few catches on this. Firstly, what's the deal with Gasly's contract? Is there a buyout? Who has to pay the fee for that? Would it be AlphaTauri? Would it be Alpine? Because again, also, it's a case of is he being replaced or is he replacing someone else? Because which one it is predominantly will depend on what the lawyers are going to say, and as a result will depend on what he's being paid and which team is being paid what, if any. At the same time, Herta has an issue with his super license. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with the super license system, it's one of those things that's dubbed the Verstappen rule. One of those many things dubbed the Verstappen rule. Essentially, because Max Verstappen came in so young and didn't have a road driving license and he was under 18, F1 brought in a rule saying you need to be over 18. I think in some cases you need to have a road driving license now, but importantly, you need to have accrued a certain amount of super license points, 40, to be able to race in F1. Now you can have 30 and get special dispensation, which is apparently the route that AlphaTauri might look at, but general rule of thumb you need 40, and that usually means going up the single-seater ladder that F1 has, so F2, F3, any regional F4 series, and Formula Regional, which is what, Freck? But Herta doesn't have the situation because he went through the American ladder. And IndyCar, well, it awards less for people who are finishing relatively higher, comparable to F2. So he will have the 30. The case now has to be whether it's force majeure. With the FIA then changed their rules so that it's a lot easier for people in IndyCar in the future, but Herta's the unlucky victim. And that's where we're at. It's a really interesting situation, so let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. For me personally, I think F1 is a bit up itself on this one. F1 is doing F1 things to have this situation happen in the first place. It's the same thing with the teams. I think F1 should still have the ability for teams to go in and have at it, see what they can do. But then I'm the same with NASCAR. I think the charter system is a bit of an issue, even if it's like, oh, we had too many starting parks. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.